Hello, my name is Abdul Malik Lantip Ismail. You can call me Lantip. I am a student at the University of Jember, Mining Engineering Study Program. This time, I will present an abstract review from a journal entitled Research on the Energy Evolution, Characteristic and the Failure Intensity of Rocks from the International Journal of Mining Science and Technology. Next abstract. Yes. It is pretty challenging and difficult to quantitatively evaluate the intensity of dynamic disaster in deep mining engineering based on the uniaxial loading-unloading experiment for 5 types of rocks. This paper investigates the energy evolution characteristic and identified the damage and crack propagation threshold. Also, the fragment size distribution of the rocks after failure were analyzed. The energy release rate (GA) and energy dissipation rates (GD) were then proposed to describe the change of energy per unit volume and per unit strain. Results demonstrate that the more brittle rocks had the shorter state of unstable crack growth and the lower induced damage at crack damage threshold. The evolution characteristic of the strain energy release can be easily identified by the crack propagation threshold, the failure intensity index (FID), which equals to the value of GA or GD at the failure point, was further put forth. It can account for the brittleness of the rocks, the intensity of rock failure, as well as the degree of rock's fragmentation. It was revealed that a higher FID correspond to a lower fractal dimension and stronger dynamic failure. Next, introduction. With the progressive exhaustion of shallow mineral resource, deep exploitation has gradually become normal. However, large-scale and high-energy level engineering disasters frequently occur due to the influence of complicated geological environment, high ground stress, high air temperature, high harsh water pressure. There are different types of surrounding rocks in deep mining engineering. Typically, different behaviors of failure mechanisms are exacerbated by different rocks because of the difference in mineral composition, microstructure, and mechanical properties. Due to the fact that it is not capable to describe the energy failures of the deep mine disaster, such as the energy magnitude and the form of energy release, by analyzing the stresses and deformation of the rocks. More attention have been focused on the energy evolution characteristic and the catastrophic condition. The analysis of energy evolution during rocks deformation and failure have been widely performed by previous research. Next, contents. Yes. In the studies, the energy evolution during rock deformation was analyzed. However, the relationship between energy evolution and failure characteristic, especially the failure intensity of rocks, was rarely analyzed. In the present paper, the energy evolution and fragment distribution characteristic of rocks were investigated through the uniaxial cyclic loading and unloading experiment on granite, red sandstone, coal, gypsum, and high water material. Based on the mechanic, the energy release rate (GA) and energy dissipation rate (GD) were proposed to describe the energy variation per unit volume and per unit strain. The failure intensity index (FID), the ratio of the strain energy rates at the failure point, was further put forth to quantitative characterize the magnitude of the intensity of rock failure. The relationship between the fractal dimension of fragment and the failure intensity index is discussed in detail. Next, conclusion of the journal. Yes, according to the above recent analysis, the properties of different rocks, brittleness, energy absorption, energy dissipation, the intensity of rock failure, size distribution of fragments, the pattern of rock's energy evolution may be roughly divided into 4 types. 1. High absorption and high dissipation. 2. High absorption and low dissipation. 3. Low absorption and low dissipation. And 4. Low absorption and high dissipation. FID can will quantitatively describe the relationship between these 4 types of energy evolution and the intensity of rock failure. Rocks with higher FID possess relative strong absorption ability and weaker dissipate ability corresponding to the strong dynamic failure. Rocks with lower FID usually have weaker absorption ability and stronger dissipate ability. In this case, relative mill failure will occur. It is feasible and reliable to use FID to investigate the intensity of rock failure. Thanks you for watching my video. I do apologize if I have many mistakes, and see you.